I'm Subu, bringing crafting to you, and today we're going to make this adorable little treat handbag. I did have a go in a different DSP using the Flowers for All season, but unfortunately the video cut off halfway through, so it didn't get recorded properly. It was in two halves and I wasn't happy with that, so I'm going to do it again today, and I'm using the boho indigo paper. If you shop with me up until the 25th of April, please use this hostess code. This will help you share in the goodies that I will get from Stampin' Up. Okay, so if you're on my YouTube channel, you can click back on the description link to my Facebook page, business page, where you have a shop link, or you can go to Stampin' Up Direct as long as you put the hostess code in, which is unique to me, and it's only till the 25th of April, and then I will make a new code. Thank you very much. Right, so what you need is a piece of DSP. Now, you're better if you've got a piece of DSP that it doesn't matter, it's not directional. So that is the key to this particular thing, because if you have a directional one like this one on the other side, when you bend this, you will have one side going down and the other side going up. So that's not what you want. You want a non-directional. Right, so we're going to score at 1 1/4. So we're putting that in at 1 1/4, and we're going to score. And then 4 3/4 and score. And then we're going to rotate so that it is at, so just, we've scored that way, we're just rotating by 90 degrees, and we're going to score at 2 1/2 and 3 1/2. So it's quite straightforward in your scoring, no problem at all. Now you're going to find it quite difficult to see the score lines, so I'm finding it difficult myself, so I'm looking on the other side. So I'm going to burnish these score lines. So I'm going to fold in the two outer ones, and then the inner ones there, and then the inner one there. Okay, we're going to open that back up, and then we're going to push this in so that you push in the fold line in and bring in this, pushing the fold line in and bringing this fold line here to your edge here. So that fold line there is coming out to this edge here. Okay, so just show you again. So this fold line here, you want to bring to your folded edge here, and you're going to crease that down. Now, I thought I'd got my foam folder out, and I haven't, so bear with me. Sorry. So, and then we'll just go in there and burnish that so that it gives it a nice crease there. And then we're going to do the same at the other side, so we'll just open that one up for the moment, and then take that score line there, and we're going to bring that score line there to the edge here. So we'll bring that to the edge here, and that again. So just let me make sure that one's there. Did I show? Hang on. So that score line there, sorry, I think I showed you. I actually did it the wrong way. So I'll just show you again. You'll get another look at that in a moment. So I'll just open it out again to show you. Right, so you've got, let me show you on the other side. You've got your two score lines there, and it is that score line there, so it's that one there, that you take to the side, and then your other score line at the other side you take to the side and burnish those. Now don't worry how it looks for the moment, it will all get sorted in a minute. So we're going to do exactly the same at the other side. So it's this score line here, we're going to take to this score line here. Whoops, let me do it inside. Yeah, that's right, yeah. So that score line there to that score line there. Okay, and I'll just pop that down and just burnish that. And do the same with the other side. So we're going to get that score line there and bring it round so that it comes to meet and is level with this score line here. Okay, and then you just burnish those. Okay. Now what we do is we open this up again, and we're just going to glue this top part. So this part here, this is where we're going to put the glue to glue it down there. So we burnish that down flat. Okay, so I'll just show you. So that is going to be all in there. The glue is just going to be on that. Okay, and we'll just flatten that down so it's only that bit there. So it's only got that bit there, and I'm going to turn it to do, whoops, keep down, and we're going to do exactly the same on the other side to glue this down. So you'll glue that down so that you will actually have that works like that. So burnish that down, and then we do repeat the other side. So we're just going to put the glue on this top part. Okay, and bring that in, burnish that down. That makes a nice that crease and glues well. And then we're going to do exactly the same. Don't worry that it's come up again, we'll sort it out when it goes down. So go there and there, and so when you put it together it goes like that. Now we can just leave that for a moment to set, and we need a piece that's 1 inch by, hi Valerie, hope you're well, by 3.5. I am right, yeah, 3.5, and score down at 1/2 inch. Now you're going to fold this. Now I suggest that you really burnish this well, so do it on both sides and give it some force to make it a really tight crease. And we're going to do the same with the other side because you need 2 of these, so it's just 1 by 3.5. I'm going to fold it in half and then really crease it down well. I don't know whether you watched this video. I did this one with the Flowers for All Seasons, and today oh, thank you. I did it with Flowers for All Seasons, and today I'm doing it with the Boho Indigo, and I did that one complementary with the gold, and this is with the silver. Okay, so what we're going to do is put glue on both sides of your card. So this will go on both sides of your card, and look for your best side. This is my best side, and I'm just going to put this, you just put it on the edge, and then just again go down and give it a really good burnish. Okay, And I've got some little pegs, because today I am not using my tape that will instantly fix it. It's my glue. And I've got these little pegs. They're not expensive. Probably got them from the Range or Hobbycraft or somewhere like that. And they're just great for just pegging down while it's gluing. So you put that on one end. And then we're going to do exactly the same. It's glue on both sides. And yeah, got that. Do that, and then we're going to look for the best side, like that side. So we're going to then just burnish that down again, and again we will peg this so that it can be drying. Okay, like that. We'll put 4 pegs on. So I'd often do this when I'm making boxes so that you can glue it down and it will stay glued down. Okay, so that's so far. Now what I've done is I have used elements from the Dress to Impress. So this really is the label that you could use with Dress to Impress, and I've just cut this out in the polished pink, and I've just scored it at 1 inch. So I'm just going to bend that over and burnish that. So that's scored at 1 inch. And then I've used the straps from that bag that you can make with the Dress to Impress. And I'm just going to round these to fit nicely over my bag. So I've cut 2 of those out. Now, if you haven't got the Dress to Impress, because so far you could make this with any sort of label that you got this size. The size measures, just so that you've got a rough idea of what it measures 2.5 inches, and I've scored it at 1 inch. So you could just use a piece of 2.5 and round it with a corner rounder. So that would be something else that you could actually use. And the handles, these handles are 3/8 of an inch, and they measure 6 inches. Now it does twist, and there's quite a lot of what can I say, it would spring off quite easily if you didn't do it with good glue and hold it in place. So you could make those a little bit, you could make those 1 inch bigger really, and you then could move the bag straps out. But if you want to do exactly what I've done, then it's 6 inches, and I don't take my straps out too far. So the one reason that I've used Dress to Impress, because I love these little buckles. I just think that they finish it off a treat. So I've cut 4 of these out in the silver card, and I'll just thread those on there like that. And also I have cut out, this is another one that you can use for a label, or you can use it as a pocket on the actual bag, or you could just glue it down, or you could use it as a sentiment. So what I actually do with this, well, I'm going to glue the button on. So again, that's another reason why I like the die, is because it's got these beautiful buttons in it. So you get 2 of each size of the buttons. So you get 2 of the bigger size, which is this one, and I'm going to put that in the middle at the top there. So you get 2 to do of this, and you actually get 2 of these dies that will cut 4 out, so because it cuts that out in one go. So again, I'm just going to round it, warming it up and rounding it, and again just going to thread that through the buttons. These are great like for Santa belts or things like that, so they are absolutely great. Okay, so I've got those in position. Now this, all I'm going to do, because if I choose to put a little note in it, because the original one that I made, I put the little note in it from you can put them in, it's snail it letter, I think it was, or you can use the Kangaroo and Company. So I'm only leaving a little bit, about maybe just an 1/8 over at the bottom, so it's just an 1/8 up from the bottom that I'm doing, and just pressing it down all the way. So as I say, I could put something in this pocket if I wanted to there. So I want to leave that in case I decide to put a little envelope in there as a message. Okay, so now we should be all right with the top part. So I'm going to take this one off just here for the moment, and I'm going to put glue all on my bottom part of my strap, including the buttle. Okay, so I've got a little bit on there. Now position this so that it's probably about 5/8 of an inch in, something like that. I will measure it to be precise for you in a moment. I just tend to eyeball it, give it a little bit of strap at the bottom, and then try and get your strap level. So you could, if you haven't got these buttles, then you could just stick the straps on. You don't have to have the buttles to make this. So I like to get this straight, so I'm putting the buttles on straight, and then as I say, I go in with my pegs and peg it at either side, so this will help it to stick and hold in place, because now when I bend it round, that's quite it's quite a spring there and would spring off easily. So I'm just going to take these off, and again I'm going to put my glue on the back of my strap plus on the buttle, and then I'm just going to eyeball again about the same distance on this one. So I'm looking for the same distance there. I'm also looking at this distance as well, and making sure that my buttle at the top is level. And when I'm happy that my buttle is level, so I'm looking at these straps, and I don't want my strap wonky, so I'm just adjusting it, making sure that it's about right and it's even with my buttle. So I'm eyeballing it, and I think that's about, I'm happy with that. So again, bringing my pegs to do either side so it takes off that strain. Okay, so that's how I do the front, and then all I do for the back is repeat that, but I use the front as a guide, so I'm getting my straps in the same position. So I'd already put the buttles on, so I'm going to put my glue on and put my buttle on. What's the weather like with you, Valerie? Because it's gone quite cool here. Are you cool, or is it a little bit warmer in Ireland? Again, I'm looking for about the same distance. So looking for the same distance. So I'm looking at that at the bottom, making sure that my strap is roughly in the middle. Again, I'm going to close it and make sure that the straps look in a similar position so it can afford to come over a little bit. There we go. try and get that right. So it just takes a little minute to fiddle with it there. I'm happy with that. So again, I'm going to put my pegs in play. So it's holding it like that. And then gonna do the same with the strap there. Bring it up to about the same. Look at the back again to see where that strap is. Make sure that these sides are equal. So you're looking at those sides being equal. Then you're looking straight through to see whether the strap is equal with that one. And just adjust the strap, and before absolutely committing that that is it, and you put your pegs in, just check again when you're doing your moving and altering that it is level with that one at the front. Yeah, I'm happy with that. So again, I can put my pegs on there to help glue it down. So just move my strap a bit, so pull it into there, and that one's gone a bit wonky as well, so just have a fiddle with that to make sure that it goes into the right places. So I'm happy with that. Now that obviously is the front, so I'm going to put glue all on the big part at the back. So my fastener has big part of my glue on the back, and I go right up, not quite to the crease. And then I'm going to do it the opposite way than what you think. So I'm popping this in here to see whereabouts it looks even at the front, and then bringing the back up to close, and I'm really pressing that. So I'm going to commit to it there, lift up the front so I can see that that was about where it wanted to go, and then I'm going to drop that down so and centralize it more so I can see where it wanted to be now. There we go. So that's it. And then for the actual fastening, as I say, got these little buttons again. I had a magazine set that gave me little buttons as well. So I don't know whether it was paper craft or something like that, but that gave me, it was a sewing one, and it gave me a little button on there, I think, and I used that. I don't know whether it's the same size, I've never checked actually, whether it's the same size as these or smaller, I'm not sure. Right, so this will fit all sorts in. So it will fit some little truffles in, or you could put Freddo bar in, or the Ferrero Rochers. So quite a lot will fit in these. So just pinch in the side bits like that to take it in, so it gives it the handbag effect there. Now I think it might be all right. I'm just going to put my pin on my glue. Now you can fasten this with a magnet, or you can use some Velcro, which I never know where it's going, and I tend to use Velcro quite a lot. Although I've got some nice magnets now, I do tend to still use my Velcro quite a lot. I'm just gonna cut. I've got some big pieces now. In America, which is quite annoying, in America I've seen some really slim round Velcro dots, and we seem to have got the very slim ones in an oval, but not in a round, which is quite annoying. So I am going to put quite a big piece on. to hold it firm, and just release your Velcro bit just to not be so harsh, because you don't want it's only paper, you don't really want it tearing. Right, so I'm going to risk now that the front at least is dry, so I'm going to take those off, and I think the back should be dry as well, so hopefully it is, because my glue doesn't take too long to dry, fortunately. And going to close that. Going to get this where I've lining up my sides, so I've got my bag in position, and then bring this over and then really press down, open up the Velcro and just really press that down and release it. So, oops, have I moved my button there? Didn't mean to move my button, that has clearly not dried yet. Okay, there, that's better. So that's how the bag goes. I think it's just such a sweet bag. I got the idea, lots of people have made these bags. The person who I saw make a version of it was Chanela Wise. She made a version, but I used the, she didn't do what I've done with using the Dress to Impress, which adds that little bit different to it. So you could have a look at hers if you wanted to. Chanela Wise, that is. So, oh, I think I'm going to put my pegs back on. That looks as though that's not quite taken. Now, which one do you prefer? Do you like the patterned one with the more of the flowers on, or the more subtle pattern? So I think they're both lovely. Which one do you prefer? So, hi Angela, thank you for joining me. I didn't realise it was you, so I need to get used to your little sign. You see, Valerie, I can see her face, so I know when Valerie's on. But if I don't recognise, I don't say hello. You like both? Well, I must admit I do. I mean, I just love blue. Blue's my favourite colour, and I must admit I do love like the cerise pinks to go with the blue. So that's why I like both. But as I say, they're lovely treat things. I did actually put a little bar of chocolate. Oh, the bunnies and the teddies will fit in this. For the lint bunnies and the lint teddies will fit in these as well. And I gave my daughter one for Mother's Day, so I gave the little bags away, and I gave one to one of my daughter-in-laws. I'm not sure whether I'd have to ask my other daughter-in-law whether I gave her some as well. But I even got my patterned I prefer, but they're both lovely. So this one, do you mean this one, or do you mean this one? So if we call this subtle and this one flowers, then I'll know which one you mean, because you're saying you prefer the pattern one. So do you mean that by the pattern one? So they're both lovely, but they're great. I mean, they're great for teachers' gifts. I don't know whether you'd be able to the flower one. You love the flower one. Yes, I do really like this this flower paper. I don't know whether did I make something with it the other day. I'm not sure whether I did now. Can't remember. I've made that much with the boho indigo. Can't remember which one I made, but I think they're just so lovely. You could actually put some post-it notes in it, so they'd fit post-it notes in it as well. So there's a lot that you could, you know, put in this one. I'm just going to put a little bit more glue on this handle here, and then put my peg back on to secure it a bit more because it's not quite sitting where I want it to. So I'm just gonna yes, you could, you absolutely, Angela, you could put a lovely piece of jewellery in there as well. That would be something else you could put in. It's just a sweet little bag, isn't it? That's why I like it. I just think it's got so many. Let's have a look at the back. I'll just put a little bit more glue down there. It's because I've taken the pegs off quicker than what I would do if I was not on camera, and now I've stuck too much glue down there. Oops. Have I got anything to wipe it off with? No, that's typical, isn't it? Here goes with the fingers then. And I will put a peg back on there, so that will hold it better. It's just because mine's very, very tight in the size of it, so it is pulling away a bit. I think I'll stick a bit more down there. As I say, if you keep the pegs on it, it will be fine. So I'll just put those back on there. Taking it off a bit too soon. That's the beauty of wet glue and cameras, isn't it, really? That's why I usually opt for the my strong tape. Usually do that. But I just wanted to do it with my wet glue because it gives you that bit of wiggle room. Yeah, so it is, Hannah. The boho is very versatile. Last night we spent some time making products. One of the things that we made was this beautiful little box that will fit Maltesers in. You could put jewellery in, you could put snacks in and all sorts. So this is some old foil DSP. And I've done it with seaside spray and a seaside spray bow on it. So we made that last night, and what else? Oh, we made the other card, and I can't see it. Where is it? I don't know where that's gone, but we made that card that I showed you, Angela. That one that I really, really love. It we made that with the positive thoughts one that I showed you. I can't see what I've done with it. Oh, I wonder if I've popped it in my box. No, I haven't. So did I pop it inside there? I think I put it back in my no. It was this design, only we made it with in blue, and I've totally lost it, which is incredible because I just tidied up last night, and it should have been around somewhere. So I was going to take another picture of it, but yeah, it was that type of design where it does the pop up, because I love the design of this card, and we've made it in the blue and well, it wasn't blue indigo, but it's just a lovely card. I do like this one. You get where you get favourite things, and you like oh, this is going to sound awful on camera, sorry. You get your favourite things, and you make lots in that design. I can't believe I've lost that card. That's really annoying me now. What I've done with it. So, but never mind. Anyway, yeah. So that's the project for today. So that will be going up on my YouTube. Don't forget to join in my competition. Thank you for Hannah and Valerie, not Valerie, Angela, who've joined in already, feel free to join in, because if you win, I will send it to Ireland for you. It's the Stampin' Right markers. The competition was to design a series paper yourself using your stamp set. So you could use any stamp set. I was giving you an example. And it could be any project. I made this DSP out of the Boho Indigo. And if you check back, I will put a link when this goes on to YouTube. It will have a description link back to my Facebook page, but it will also have one for my competition page. So feel free to have a go. And it ends on 4th of May. So I will be drawing after the 4th of May. So the Stampin' Right markers are excellent. They're a great tool because you can use them as you would an ink pad. You can wipe them over your stamp and print with them, which I do quite a lot. So I'd made a mistake. That's why I'm doing a competition with them, because I was supposed to have bought the ink colours, which are the brand new ink colours, which is these colours, which you've got the pale papyrus, the so succulent, I think, or yeah, no, soft succulent, sorry, the posh pink, the fresh freesia, and the there it is, the evergreen, evening evergreen, I think it's called. And I bought the card in it, and I was buying the Stampin' Right markers rather than buying the ink pads, because, as I say, it's a cheaper way to get the ink colours and use them. And the Stampin' Right markers, I just find are so juicy. I've bought the last year's ink colours, like the Bumblebee, Misty Moonlight, etc., those, and I also bought the Time Before, and they're all going strong, and I've used them several times. They're great for when you want to, like, say this Sending Love Your Way. If you wanted to have a longer sentiment rather than a long one like this, then you can just colour that part of your stamp set, stamp the stamp, and then wipe that clean, then stamp that bit and stamp it underneath. So they're brilliant for things like that. And if you're doing like sometimes stamp sets, it's stamping a whole image that you want there to be different colours on, and sometimes you don't want it just in black, you want it to be in that, because sometimes they're more filled in, like the stamp set that's now not going to be sold in the new catalogue. It has got an image. Oh, I'm not allowed to show you, I've just thought, because it's not out, but it's not going to be sold now by them. But it had some an image in it that had got some leaves, and it kind of got some flowers. So obviously you want it in the colours and not in the black. So you actually are able to mark just part of it with the Stampin' Right markers, and but it's not going to be sold because we all had problems with it when we tried to do something with it. Although the way I did something with it, it worked, but I was not really happy with it, but got away with it. Right, thank you very much for joining me today. I do appreciate that you've all joined me. And as I say, don't forget to enter the competition if you haven't already. And if you are on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to me and press the notification button, as I want to get my subscriptions up because I've just found out, which I'm very, very disappointed at, you need to have 1,000 subscribers before you can go live on YouTube, which is extremely disappointing as I'm only at 47. If you could share it and get my subscription up, that would be fantastic. I'm struggling. When I actually finish this video, I was able to download to my phone and then upload to YouTube without a problem. But for some unknown reason now, it won't let me download onto my phone to do it quickly. So I have to go onto my laptop, and it's getting such a faff that I thought, oh, right, if I'm having trouble, I'll go and film live onto YouTube and then share back to my Facebook, only to find out I'm not allowed because I haven't got enough subscription. So there you go. Right, thank you very much. As I say, really, really appreciate that you've popped by. And as I say, if you are watching from YouTube, please subscribe and press the notification button. And if you want to shop with me, use the hostess code up until the 25th of April, and then it will be changing. Thank you very much. Stay safe, stay well. Bye.